Alright, we're talking Neo Heroes in this one, and if you don't know what that is, that's because it's deep webcomic stuff, which means it's much further into the story than what the manga currently is. So if you don't want to know what's going to happen, I suggest you check out now. So why is this civil war going to happen? Well, we don't have a lot of proof yet. It's not like it's been fully confirmed that this is going to happen, but given what Excel says in Chapter 106, it seems like something is going to happen. So when he's talking to the Hero Association recruiter, he's essentially talking crap on the Hero Association the whole time. And he's like, the Hero Association hasn't accomplished anything big. They no longer move for the people, and they've essentially just built a big shelter for the rich in a city. But then, he says, the Hero Association doesn't have much longer. You should find another job soon. And that makes, like, the recruiter sweat and panic. So, like, what does that mean exactly? Well, it can be taken a few ways. So either Excel is just simply saying that the Hero Association is going to self-destruct because of all of the dirt that's being uncovered about it recently with all the scandals and everything. Namely, like the one that Child Emperor talked about with the illegal monster trade that the Hero Association has been conducting behind closed doors, some of which have led to like civilian casualties and stuff like that. Or it could be foreshadowing that there's going to be some beef between the Neo Heroes and the Hero Association. So I don't think like the Neo Heroes are directly going to go after the Hero Association to try to sabotage them or anything like that. I mean, they're not bad guys, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. They are heroes after all. They're all kind of working for the same purpose, except they're trying to go about it in a non-corrupt manner. But what I think is mainly going to happen here, and I'm just taking a guess, of course, is that I feel like a big threat is going to happen. Like maybe like a disaster level dragon monster appears. Something that requires multiple S-class heroes or guys of that level to take it on. And I feel like the Hero Association and the Neo Heroes are going to respond to this, and then they're going to meet at that point. And then I assume one thing leads to another, and then there's conflict, and maybe they take down the disaster level dragon threat or something, but then they like injure another hero in the process, or vice versa. And then I feel like that's when the beef is going to happen, and then we're just going to slowly get this big civil war develop, and it's eventually to come down with like one side taking on the other side. So another reason why I think this is going to happen, because it breathes new life into the series. It's like a fresh new take on everything. Given that before this, it's just been hero versus monster primarily. We also just came off of the big arc where the Hero Association went against the Monster Association. So us seeing heroes go against each other is certainly refreshing and something new to this story. And I feel like a lot of you probably want to see this too. I mean, also like in the community, the most popular hypothetical matchups are typically heroes versus heroes, so why not? And also, we can't forget about one of the most famous Civil War plot lines in fiction, and that is the Marvel one, which also included heroes, and that was awesome. Everybody loved that. It was also a very successful movie as well, and I'm sure one was definitely influenced by that, so I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that he's going to have his own heroes compete in their own Civil War. So now let's go into their rosters, and I'll start with the Hero Association. So these rankings are my own speculative adjusted rankings. We haven't seen the new official ones yet, but given the heroes that have retired and left for the Neo Heroes, these are probably what they look like right now. And let me also mention that these are probably going to change as well in the future, since we still don't know all of the heroes that have left yet. So Blast, he's probably going to be one of the major players in this arc, given that the most focus ever placed on him in the entire series has been within the last 20 chapters or so. So more or less, I feel like he's going to be Saitama's big arc-ending fight. And I go in depth in this subject in my Why Saitama is Going to Fight Blast video. So Blast, is he going to join the Neo Heroes? Well, it's difficult to say considering how he treats the Hero Association and being a hero in general, so I don't think much would change if he just randomly decided to join the Neo Heroes. But if Blast is in fact the bearded worker, then him discovering the corruption in the Hero Association could be his motivation to leave. And we also know for sure that Saitama is staying in the Hero Association, at least for now, so the Neo Heroes need somebody ultra powerful. But more or less, I think Blast is going to be involved, whether he's with the Neo Heroes or he's just by himself. So Tatsumaki is another interesting variable, and she's probably going to be focused on in this arc as well. So in Chapter 107, the Hero Association says that there have been several complaints about her coming from the city's residents. So this is probably because all of the destruction that she caused in the city during her fight with Saitama. And then they also say, like, even if she was exterminating monsters, she went too far. If things get worse, we'll have to treat her as a disaster. So this might be foreshadowing that there's going to be some serious conflict with her and the Hero Association. So either they fire her or just label her as a threat altogether, and there's that whole conflict right there, or she finds out about their distrust or disinterest in her, and then she willingly leaves, and maybe she goes to the Neo Heroes as well. But also, we have to remember that she has this strong connection to Blast. So what if she finds out that Blast has left, in this scenario where he is leaving or just doing his own thing, then she just decides to go with him. And then they have that whole little power couple dynamic, whether it's intimate or not. I think that could be interesting as well, but I do think that the dialogue that we're getting in Chapter 107 is probably showing us that Tatsumaki more or less is not going to be a part of the Hero Association. So Metal Knight is kind of like an unknown to me. Now, he's also focused on Chapter 107, and the Hero Association has him like under much scrutiny because of all of the stuff that Saitama has destroyed, and they just think like all of his stuff is bunk now, which really isn't the case. And this is mainly Metal Knight putting his anger towards Saitama, not so much the Hero Association. So either Metal Knight is going to willingly leave the Hero Association and maybe join the Neo Heroes, but he doesn't really have to. He kind of just do his own thing, or the Hero Association is just going to straight up fire him. So he has like a similar kind of dynamic to Tatsumaki here. But either way, I think there's like too much going on for it to just primarily focus on Metal Knight, since he's such a big threat in himself, to where I feel like they should probably just focus on the Neo Heroes and not so much him. But more or less, we do see that he is setting up his whole beef with Saitama. So Flashy Flash's storyline is kind of getting resolved right now with his own little mini arc, and I think he's probably going to stay with the Hero Association as well, given that he's attached to Saitama and we know that he is sane. I also think it's a possibility that Flashy Flash might get Sonic to join the S-Class, given that they need all the support that they can get right now, and they actively have recruiters out there. And now that they've lost these heroes to the Neo Heroes, they'll probably take him no problem. And they were already willing to take him, back at the beginning of Season 2 with Stitch's Underground recruitment thing. So I think that's a possibility. Tank Top Master is also focused on in Chapter 107, so we're probably going to see him in this arc. He's essentially saying that he needs to retrain himself so that he can shine again. So either this means that he's going to undergo like some kind of power-up while he's still with the Hero Association, or he might join the Neo Heroes to kind of reinvent himself there. And I'm also going to go into what kind of training he could receive there once we go into the roster of the Neo Heroes. So Zombie Man is also focused on in Chapter 107, which could mean that he's probably going to be a part of this arc as well. And I think he'll probably stay with the Hero Association. It doesn't really seem like he has any beef or any kind of motivation to leave to go to the Neo Heroes, but then again, neither did Metal Bat. So we see him talking to Dr. Genus, and he asks him to remove his limiter, to which Dr. Genus refuses, and then he says, there's something in my basement I want to show you. So this could mean that Zombie Man's going to get some kind of power-up, maybe, or it's just legitimately something that he wants to show him. And maybe this is how Dr. Genus gets reintroduced as like a threat into the story, possibly. Maybe he has some kind of new experiment down there, or maybe Dr. Genus is doing something that involves the Neo Heroes, possibly. It all remains to be seen, but this story is for sure going to be continued, very likely in this arc. So that's pretty much it for the S-Class heroes. It would be cool if Watchdog Man also got some spotlight, but so far nothing has ever been said about him. And given that the story has hardly gone into him, we're probably going to be saving him for later, at least so far. So as for the Neo Heroes, we know that they have Excel, who may or may not be S-Class level, and then we have Raiden, who is probably more S-Class level than Excel is, and then we have the Hunters, who are going to like supplement like the A through C class ranks for the Neo Heroes, and then the S-Class heroes who have gone over are Child Emperor, Metal Bat, and Darkshine. So this is what I was talking about with Tank Top Master, as to where I think Darkshine, given that he's just a trainer now, he kind of has PTSD, so he's no longer going to be an active hero, at least for now. I mean, I think for sure he's going to come back and fight later on in the arc. I mean, why not? You can't just put him there and not use him. But I feel like maybe Darkshine is going to train Tank Top Master if he does decide to go over to the Neo Heroes. And this is how Tank Top Master get said power up. But now let's go into like the possible matchups. So now that we know for sure Metal Bat is over here, we might finally see Metal Bat versus a My Mask happen, because you know that beef was set up at the end of season 1. So now that we know for sure Metal Bat is with the Neo Heroes, and in all likelihood of My Mask is probably going to stay with the Hero Association because he's one of the executives there, or at least he has a high position, and also given that he's like a Saitama stand now, or at least it's implied that he is, he's probably going to stay there too, given that he's not. So if the Civil War does happen, I think these are one of the possible matchups that we're going to see. But aside from that, it's all kind of speculation. But this is mainly just what I wanted to talk about in this video. Really, it's up for you to decide what the matchups are going to be, or even if this Civil War is going to happen. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. Let me know what you think is going to happen. What possible matchups do you see coming out of this. And if you liked it, guys, please give it a like. Also have a Patreon, gives you access to a weekly Q&A. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next